Hello everyone, this is James Shore with another test-driven development video. Today is January 30th. I'm picking up where I left off in the last episode, and this is our 161st episode, which means this marks the beginning of our second week of programming. If I had done this programming as a full-time job rather than doing 15-minute episodes, this is the point where I would have finished a full week of work and be starting my second week of work. And so that's pretty cool. Anyway, so when we left off, we were just starting to implement the idea of a UserEnteredDollars class. And the reason we're doing this is because we need some way of storing the information that comes from the UI in its pristine form. It's possible for the user to enter stuff like, well, blah, into the starting balance field, and we need to capture that. And right now our existing dollars classes don't capture that. And I don't think it's appropriate for them to capture that. In most cases, there will be no string associated with a value. For example, if you do some arithmetic on it, there's no string. So I want to do UserEnteredDollars for those things that are originally created. Now, I've just realized that I forgot to check in my code after the last time, so let's go ahead and do that. All right. Okay, so that's where we left off, and we had finished we were starting to work on value objects, and particularly we were getting the ToString working. Okay, so here we are in our code. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out by just having an embedded value. Call it the backing value. How do we do it with valid dollars? Well, we call it amount. Yeah, we'll call that the backing dollars. And in our constructor, we can say backing dollars equals dollars.parse user text. So really simple. And what I want to do is move the parse method into this class eventually. And now what that means is that our other methods should be really easy to implement. So ToString, for example, should return the backing dollars ToString. Hopefully this will work. Yep, great. We can continue that with the other ones. Let's see, we've done that one. Now the rest of this is about equals dollars with the same amount should be equal, dollars with different amounts should not be equal, right? We'll just implement okay, that failed. Okay, so why didn't this work? Well, it's not castable to valid dollars, so right. So yeah, we're telling valid dollars to compare the two, and yet that's not working. So really what we need to do is we need to say something along the lines of I guess we'll have to do this. So if object is null, then return false. Otherwise, we'll just turn it into a dollars. That still won't work. Oops. That's still not going to work for the case where we're, yeah, we need to take this a little bit more systematically. Okay, so let's do this differently. Yes, dollars with the same amount should be equal. Dollars with a different amount should not be equal. That's different. We need dollars with the same string to be equal. A little less hacking, a little more thought would be good now. So dollars with the same string should be equal. Okay. That's failing. That's easily fixed, though. We are going to say that this has to be a user-entered dollars. And we're going to want to save off the user's text anyway, so go ahead and save that off. Okay, they have the same string, they're equal. Easy. But if they have different strings, they're not necessarily unequal, and that's the thing. So we want to say dollars with same string, different string, but same value should be equal. And that's going to fail. Yeah. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so now it's not just a matter of user text. Now we need it to work, we need it to use the backing dollars. And what I'm going to do is say, rather than user text, I'm going to say backing dollars. Yes, that should work. Perfect. Now, so that's one thing. Now I want to say that string value, so dollars with same user-entered dollars should be comparable to valid dollars. believe that's going to fail. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, I think I just, there we go. That's going to fail. Yeah, valid dollars cannot be cast to user-entered dollars. Perfect. So let's say that we're going to assume that we're getting a dollars. If dollars instance of user-entered dollars will return, yeah, we'll do that. Otherwise, I suppose we can do that. And the little this, that thing I've got going on there may be excessively cute. Okay, that's good. Perfect. So entered. I don't think it matters if it's got spaces in it or not. I'm going to go ahead and just toss that in there and see what happens. Yeah. And here's the trick. Valid dollars should be comparable to user-entered dollars. And it's not, yeah. Unfortunately, I think the nature of the way Java's method handling works is I'm going to have to go in and actually add this test into valid dollars tests. I can't just code all this here because the way the dispatch mechanism works. It's all relative to the first object. So, yeah. So let's take this and move it over to valid dollars. So that should work. No, it will still fail, but it's in the right spot now. So in valid dollars, I guess we'll just invert it. Will that work? Oh, I don't know. That's what our main tests are for. Okay, it's working. For some reason this feels like hacking, but we're making progress. And that's all the time we have for this episode. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. I will catch you next time.